Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Play It Again Pod Star Wars Special. JJ, Ben and Corey are ready to discuss the film, all aspects of Star Wars The Force Awakens, released December 17th. At the time of this recording, if you like Star Wars, you would have already seen it, okay? If you haven't already seen it, 1 week after, then you're just saying you like it for attention and you trigger me a lot. So, I just want to say, let's get this out of the way. Spoiler warning, okay? Spoiler warning. We will be discussing all aspects of the film, including the ending. So, if you have not seen the film, then what are you even doing? Really, get out of that mountain that you've been lost on and come down. Come join the rest of the world. Get over the fucking Star Trek Beyond trailer. Because we're going to be discussing the film. Let's start with initial thoughts. Maybe let's go non-spoilery. Just give a quick overview. Let's start with Ben. What were your thoughts? Your rating out of 10?
Fuck, I love this movie. It was literally everything I wanted it to be. I'm pretty sure with everyone else, I was going into this really nervous. Saw Corey at the midnight, and I was pretty much shaking. I was so nervous of this being an actual bad film. And then I saw the reviews coming out, and I saw that it had 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I just creamed my pants. Boy, oh boy. And then I went into the film, but the whole film I was just smiling. This felt like a Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. It did. And, put aside the fact that, with Chris Stuckman, I agree with what he said. So, the prequels, they're we want the Star Wars movie. And people are it does have very similar plot points to the A New Hope, for sure. Mm. But they wanted a new Star Wars film, and they got it. And then they end up complaining that it's pretty much a similar movie. Just be happy that a new Star Wars film's out and it feels like Star Wars, because the prequels do not feel like Star Wars. No. They were a bore fest until the lightsaber fights were sick, but probably 20 minutes out of a full 2-hour film. I'm gonna give this film a 9 out of 10. There was the great character development. Rey, amazing character. I loved Kylo Ren as a villain. Poe and Finn, incredible. They made Poe and Finn look like great friends after 4 minutes of a movie, and they couldn't even make Anakin and Obi-Wan seem like good friends after 6 hours.
So you're saying that Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen just talking about fond memories while staring at each other lifelessly didn't make you believe they were friends? Oh, Anakin, what about we fought in that nest of Gundarks? I saved you, Master. Sand. Oh.
It was a believable friendship though. He saved him, and then it was a believable friendship, and they did I loved the characters. I loved the film, and I'm gonna give it a 9. There was not much I didn't like. It wasn't the perfect film. Obviously, it still had its certain flaws. Nothing major, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, and just to clarify, how many times have you seen the film?
I've seen it twice now. I'm definitely going to have to give it a third viewing in IMAX.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking IMAX tomorrow, possibly. I'll think about it. All right, JJ.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Ben on this one. I worked at one of the midnight screenings, and it was an odd atmosphere. It was very it's kind of, I don't know, there's part of you that, there was part of me that wanted to get involved in these lightsaber battles with these 30-year-old men out the front. Part of me, I was kind of standing back and looking at it in a mixture of awe and just disgust. I mean, but it was, I saw it opening day, and it was everything that I wanted. I mean, there were, the sound design was incredible. I mean, coming from Battlefront the game, where you kind of get these similar sounds, and it's you're reliving the original trilogy, and then when in the movie you've got the exact same screams of the TIE fighter. Everything was fantastic about it. As Ben said, character development was amazing. Poe and Finn, I kind of expected Poe to be on screen a little bit more than he was, but I mean, I'm not disappointed with it. It's not like he was just there as kind of a token character. he played out his part in this film. I feel like all the characters had good character arcs, no matter how short or long they were.
With the trailers.
It was really good. I'd think 9 out of 10. There's not much that I can fault on this. There's a few things, but it's mostly I think little personal things, you know, rather than
exactly.
else.
And Jamie's coming from like the midnight screening. What was the reaction of like the crowds coming out of the midnights? Did you sort of get a general idea?
I mean, I tried to not be there when the crowds came out because I didn't want to hear any spoilers that they'd be openly discussing because everyone had seen it. But I mean, standing at the back of the cinema even when it started and when it finished, kind of when LucasArts came on the screen, like it erupted in applause. Like at just LucasArts, everyone lost their shit.
Yeah.
And then when it finished as well, like it was a movie that everyone would stand up and clap at, and that's weird to see. Like frankly, that freaks me out when people do that because it's a movie. But I mean, like it was crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, someone stood up and clapped at the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 midnight screening, but they got shut down pretty quickly. That was funny when that one person was like, yeah, because it ended and everyone was like, oh, and then someone was like, woo! Do you remember, like, there was like literally two people in the entire cinema.
With like the trailers, I completely agree. It made like Poe like the best X-Wing pilot in the galaxy. It seemed like just a character that will be there. Sort of to feel like, you know, the Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot sort of
Luke Han sort of hybrid.
Yeah. But yeah, with like the midnight screenings, everyone in my theater absolutely went like, whoa! When like Han showed up, like the Star Wars, the Force Awakens, the scroll. Everyone just got so pumped. And like, there was screenings every 10 minutes to like 1:20 or something, and they were all sold out. And we went to the Mockingjay one.
Yeah. And
the midnight, there was one 12:01 session, and that wasn't even sold out.
No.
So it just shows how like actually big this film is.
But it's so... I guess I'll give my thoughts. So yeah, I loved it as well. The more I think about it, the more I really loved it. So the first time I saw it, I was like, I really liked that. I was a bit overwhelmed. And then I saw it again, and I liked it a little bit more. You know, I liked it a little bit the same. I still had the same problems, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, look, there's only... Of course it's going to have flaws. And if you think about it, the original trilogy has flaws.
It has a lot of flaws.
So that's the point. Star Wars isn't meant to be the fucking Godfather, impeccably crafted. It's meant to be such a fun movie. And at the end of the day, it made me feel like a kid again. And you know how I could tell it was a good film? Was that the crowd... they cheered for the basic stuff, like LucasArts, and when they first saw Han Solo, and they would have cheered for that when they saw Yoda in The Phantom Menace, or when LucasArts came up in The Phantom Menace midnight screening back in '99. But the reason I know it's a good film is because they didn't just cheer for that, they cheered for there's a sequence where... Okay, let's go straight into spoilers, okay?
Yeah, fuck this. Spoilers.
So, I'm going to say... So, there's... If you haven't seen the film, stop listening now. We might put a time code. No, we won't put a time code. Just stop listening now.
Just watch the film.
Just watch the film, yeah? Okay, so, spoilers from now on. Okay, so there's a sequence where Rey and Finn are running through Jakku, and it's this really crazy sequence where it starts off with Rey and Finn having like this sort of feminist kind of interaction, which is really funny. It's not overdone. It's where like he's like the classic old guy. Like, he's like to Rey, like grabs her hand, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing, mate?
Yeah, like don't grab my hand.
You're shitter than me at this. Like, what are you doing?" And anyway, and they sort of run through Jakku, and there's a sequence, and then they go, "Oh, what's that? Oh no, not that. That's a piece of garbage for an escape ship." And then it's the Falcon, and they escape on the Falcon, and they go through this crashed Star Destroyer from the Battle of Jakku, and like it's just this crazy sequence. And when he hits the TIE fighters, you fucking really feel it with the sound design. Like you feel like you're there. You just get this adrenaline rush. And when that sequence ended, everyone in the cinema just like fucking erupted because it was such a well-crafted action sequence, and everyone was so engrossed that it felt like back in Star Wars when, for example, the trash compactor scene, or the scene where he shoots down the Death Star and gets the two torpedoes in the hole perfectly using the Force. Like that's sort of, it felt like that again, where everyone was just cheering, not because it was like obvious fan service, just because it was just a fucking great action scene that we haven't really seen enough of. We've seen it with Mad Max and Mission Impossible, but like just those sort of scenes where you're so involved and you're so invested and you feel happy for these characters. Yeah.
And I think something that's really interesting about the prospect of this new trilogy is already it seems as though it's obviously using new technologies and making these incredible action sequences, and
that it can.
fantastic like graphics, but it's also got like really well told stories, like the original trilogy, where the prequels we didn't really give a shit about. Like as we said, the lightsaber battles are really cool, and they were really cool.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like beyond action wise, there wasn't much to keep us there. I think what's hopefully going to be best about this new trilogy is that we have these incredible technologies that they're obviously making the most of, and an incredible story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I completely agree. And some of the things work so well for this film. The practical effects, they brought them back. Fuck, they paid off. Because it looked real. Like when Finn's drinking the water with the huge thing. I don't know what it was. Like that, it was, yeah, it looked real. That's the thing. And it paid off. Like if it was a CGI character, you just wouldn't have given a shit really. Like, but it,
Yeah.
and like the guy who's like 20 Russians, like
That was
played by Simon
Pegg. That was
yeah,
Unkar Plutt.
yeah.
I didn't know who.
That,
But like that, yeah. And Daniel Craig also played the stormtrooper who,
Yeah. So there's a scene.
oh
you
my
might have
god,
heard this.
such a cool story.
So Daniel Craig, who is like everyone's favorite cunt, Daniel Craig, went through because everyone was like, "Is he in Star Wars?" Like, no. Why the fuck would I be in Star Wars? Like,
Yeah.
well, I've got too much fucking on my plate. Fuck off. To all the reporters, I assume.
yeah.
And
He actually was, though. That's a funny thing. He actually
and
did say no.
anyway, so there's a scene where Rey is testing out her force mind control powers, and she does it on a stormtrooper or a first order trooper, whatever the fuck. Get over yourselves. And it's this really funny scene, like, and I'll drop my weapon. That's Daniel Craig. That's
Yeah,
Daniel Craig.
and like it doesn't sound like him at all. You would have no idea. It could literally be anyone.
No.
But I think the best part was that apparently Simon Pegg, he has this habit of getting like incredibly high list A grade actors onto like shitty D grade films, and just his like fun. Like I mean, his films are really good, but they're not like A grade.
What, like JJ?
No,
Or Simon
Simon
Pegg?
Pegg.
Oh, yeah.
Like how in Hot Fuzz you got Bill Nighy. in
Yeah,
one of the later-
yeah.
Oh, that started with Shaun of the Dead, didn't it? That he got Bill Nighy.
Yep. But like he gets these incredibly well known and renowned actors to star in like his films, which
Pierce
are more
Brosnan
often
and World's End.
yeah, and like they're just small cameos that are otherwise nothing. But that's how he did. Apparently, Daniel Craig kind of walked onto set, and Simon Pegg was like,
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
A-class
Brosnan.
actor
Oh,
Pierce Brosnan.
He was. He not anymore, but yeah.
Yeah.
He played like he was huge back, 10 years ago.
Star of No Escape with Owen Wilson, Pierce Brosnan, A-class actor.
But
Nah, he was big.
he
Yeah.
was.
he was
I guess we
huge.
should just talk about like different elements and just discuss it.
So-
Otherwise, we'll just be aimless.
Yeah, should we go into things we really like, certain just nitpick,
think
and
why
go
don't we-
into things we like and didn't like?
Well, I was gonna say, why don't we just go characters?
No, shut up.
Okay.
We'll do that in a bit. We'll just start off with generic. Like, what are some things you liked? What are some things you really liked about the film and didn't like? And nitpick, like, kind of detail.
I really liked Kylo's lightsaber.
Yeah.
I really thought it was lame when I first saw it. I thought it was cheesy as hell. But I think there are little details about it. They're just like most sabers are smooth like beam of plasma. His
rough.
is all like rough and jagged. Like it's
fucking
Hate how he's
amateur.
creation.
It's like a shitty video of amateur porn. It's like really just, but you love it.
Handy cam.
You love it because it's like that real fucking like I just made this myself. Let's make something. Like it's really fucking like dirty and like that's what I love about it. It's
Yeah.
really like, he's like
that-
a fanboy.
Yeah.
Well, he is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've relished.
And I think, I don't know, just, oh no, actually that one scene, the X-Wings flying in over the water.
That's a
It
funny
was like
story.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Like, oh my fucking
Yeah,
god.
so that's in Takadana when they first meet Maz Kanata, if you're not aware. And they go, they pan over and the fucking X-Wings are there. So it's like, I saw it, the midnight screening, and then 8:30 the night after. And that was the screening where JJ was seeing it for the first time. And I kept on turning around and just watching JJ's reaction. And he looked like a little boy when the X-Wing came. He was leaning forward, just like, oh, turning to his mates, like, yes! Because it is such a fucking awesome scene. Because the whole time you're just like, X-Wing. That's the greatest of the film is they really tease everything out, like all the things you want to see. Like I want to see Han Solo, Leia, Luke, well, we'll get to that. But X-wings, blah 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 blah. Like they sort of really, they don't just give it to you like all at once. They sort of tease it in certain sections of the film, so you just get a little bit each time, and it's so fucking satisfying seeing something like that each time.
And I think the last thing that's really notable for me was when Rey first came upon Anakin's saber.
Oh fuck! What a scene!
Oh,
I thought that was
what
gonna
a
be
scene.
Luke.
What a
pulling it.
fucking scene! That
Oh, no, yeah,
was...
Oh, in the snow or
The
as
flashbacks.
Canada's
The
cut?
flashbacks.
In the
Oh,
flashbacks.
the flashback.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, that was
that.
incredible.
I relished that.
What I love is people like saying, "Oh, that's so weird. It's so anti-Star Wars." Like, have you seen Empire Strikes Back? Why does everyone forget about the fucking weird dream sequence on Dagobah
Yeah.
in Empire Strikes Back, where
kills
he's in Darth
Darth.
Vader's helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that dream sequence, and it like hints at things to come. So like the Knights of Ren, fuck, they look sick.
See, okay, while we're on that, just quickly, see, I thought that might be a problem, the Knights of Ren, because when we had the original trilogy, there wasn't much of this kind of expanded universe to go off, really.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
No, it didn't exist.
Yeah.
No.
Whereas now, I mean, Disney's all obviously erased, you know, the expanded universe and created their own.
Yeah. With good reason.
Yeah, with good reason. But I think it mentions the Knights of Ren, and maybe it's because I know parts about the Knights of Ren from the expanded universe that I'm having a problem with it, because I felt as though they just mentioned it and then left it. Whereas I was talking to my housemate who's seen it and kind of knows a little bit about the expanded universe, but mostly just through what I've told him. And when he heard the Knights of Ren, he was like, "Oh, cool, like, I guess that's to come in number 8. See, so he had a different view because he knew not as much as I did. Like, he hasn't read the expanded universe.
So, just to clarify, are Knights of Ren Dark Jedi?
I think
They're
there's
like,
something like
yeah,
that.
they're. I read online. I might be wrong, but it was something like they're not like, you know, devoted Sith or Jedi. They're like in between or something. So they're like,
which is what Dark Jedi are meant to be,
Yeah.
right? Or should we explain what Dark Jedi are in the expanded universe? I sort of basically know, but they're sort of Jedis who don't follow the Jedi Order, so who have the Jedi thing but follow their own sort of path, or don't really obey the Jedi code in order to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, maybe if you look back at the prequels, like if Jedi needed something done, I don't think Yoda and Mace would turn to like a Dark Jedi, but someone a bit more seedy might like so maybe an other area of the Jedi Order might employ a Dark Jedi to achieve a goal, and it's that weird sort of pragmatic approach to getting things done. Maybe, I don't know. And is that what the Knights? But the Knights of Ren look a lot darker than that.
yeah.
What I could see.
Well, they slaughtered all of Luke's Jedi students, and I like that because, like, obviously you know from the trailers that, you know, there's only one Jedi left, and that's Luke Skywalker, but there's been an awakening, etc., and that's a certain character. But I like that it explained it in about 5 seconds, where it just showed, you know, Kylo slaughtering all the Jedis, all the Jedis just laying on the ground, and the Knights of Ren just standing there. It showed it in 5 seconds. It didn't have to explain anything, and that's what I like, because a lot of other films would try and go deep into that backstory and explain it, and just wouldn't work, and it would take too much time trying to cover that. But that's what I really liked. It just covered it real quickly.
I like that they're, I mean, definitely going to cover it in the next one.
Oh, 100%.
100%. It honestly, I mean, we mentioned that it does feel a lot like New Hope, and it does.
It does.
But number 8's going to feel exactly like Empire as well.
It's going to be much darker. It's going to be Knights of Ren, solely about them, I reckon. Mostly about...
it's
not
gonna be
solely,
much
but...
Luke and Rey, though. Should it be Luke and Rey?
Yeah, I know, which is Luke and Yoda.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be like scene for scene Empire, just with better effects.
Does that bother you?
No, it doesn't. It does not bother me
bother
one
you,
bit.
yeah.
Like, I do not give a shit.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
it'll
be so like hyped up.
I don't think it'll
for
be
it.
scene for scene, but I think you're 100% on the money there. I think it'll be Luke. Luke is.
No, it's not like they can capture Han.
Luke is the Yoda. Rey's the Luke, obviously. So we're already into spoilers. So obviously Rey's the one with the Force.
Yeah.
I do think Finn is Force sensitive though. I don't know why. I just do think he is. Because he's the only character in any of the movies that have actually, well, apart from Han.
Wait, Finn's not Force sensitive. There's nothing in the film that says he's Force sensitive.
Yeah, but
No,
I
I just reckon.
There's no clues whatsoever that he's Force sensitive.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
he used a saber.
Yeah, well, so did
So-
Han for about 5 seconds on Tatooine when he cut
Yeah,
down.
I mean, he used the saber, but he used it pretty like. I mean, I think anyone can use a lightsaber.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it's saying. I think because this is another thing. I think maybe for people like completely out of Star Wars, like people like my mum who just watch Star Wars. You know, they would probably be like, oh man, he's Force sense, you know, something like that. They'd believe that.
Yeah.
But anyone with any hint of knowledge would kind of just be like, he just used a saber.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing in the film that says he's Force that gives a clue at all.
But I mean, in 2 years, if he is Force sensitive, I'm going to never let you forget this movie.
Yeah, I'll be very
Yeah.
yeah.
I
do
also, I feel like I made up a lot of what a Dark Jedi was on the spot there because you guys looked at me to explain it, and I sort of just freaked out. So I actually don't think that's what a Dark Jedi is at all. So I just completely bullshitted the most. I was like, yeah, so maybe the Jedi, not Mace or Yoda, but fuck, I don't know.
No, but I do somewhat think Finn will be Force sensitive. I just feel it because I don't know why. I just have a feeling he is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So with I do think of be somewhat like Empire, which Empire is an absolutely incredible film.
But
I will
darker?
not be very much darker. It'll be Knights of Ren, Finn, obviously Rey learning from Luke and Finn and all that on the Resistance home base, whatever, and Poe and stuff. Oh, I just reckon it'll be much darker. But I think there was a lot of things I did like. One scene I loved is just when Kylo's obviously been shot by Chewie, and in the lightsaber battle he's just trying to get angry and he's just pumping his chest like where he's bleeding and he's like trying to just get some real anger because obviously he feels the light side and the dark or whatever. I just like that scene. The only problem whatsoever I had with the film is just Captain Phasma's screen time. And that's the only thing I just didn't like. Because obviously in the trailers and all the press junkets, etc., it makes it seem like Captain Phasma's a real big part. Like she's obviously the captain of all the stormtroopers, which is huge role because of how many stormtroopers they have. But she was in the film for I think 3 or so scenes. And I know that she's going to have a huge part in the next couple. Or next 2.
Hopefully.
Well, they've already confirmed that she has a huge part in the next one, obviously, because she's probably trying to, well, it's obviously her stormtrooper who was FN.
Yeah, so she feels
or whatever, so
she probably has her own
feels-
personal vendetta against Finn.
Exactly, so I reckon, she'll have a very big part in the next one. But yeah, that was the only thing I didn't really like about it. But nothing in the trailers sort of hinted it. Like, it sort of did.
She was just like a cool looking stormtrooper.
Yeah, and everyone didn't like... So, obviously, we're pretty much into spoilers now, so...
Well, we're
Luke
very much.
Skywalker's screen time as well. I didn't really care. Like, I would have liked to seen him. He was in the film for about 10 seconds if you haven't seen it, which you probably have. But, like, nothing in the trailers or posters hinted at it.
No.
So I don't know what... Like, everyone's complaining about it, saying he should have been one of the main characters, but... Obviously, he wasn't in the poster. He wasn't in any trailer, so nothing actually hinted at it. He was obviously in the movie, which was known from most people, but nothing hinted at a huge screen time. So, like, I don't really have a problem with that. But yeah, that's like. So I don't know why people are complaining about that because nothing really.
No, I agree.
It's not like it showed Finn in the trailer for 3 minutes and then he's in the film for 10 minutes. Like, it's not like nothing like that.
Look, and JJ always said, look, the reason Luke's not in the poster for a reason. Just wait and see. Stop fucking speculating about stupid shit.
Yeah.
Stop speculating. I love to speculate though. That's all I do. That's all I just speculate everything for no reason. Literally, there's no point. Like, I wonder if this is that. It's not that. Oh, okay. Well, I wasted a lot of my time writing theories.
There wasn't. I think that was about it. But
I've got a few
with
things.
Han Solo, I loved him in this movie.
Fucking killed it.
Yeah, he killed it.
Harrison Ford fucking killed it. Like, you can tell in the last 10 years or something that he was phoning it in. Like, the last 10 years he was phoning in on so many movies.
What a mean thing to say about Paranoia starring Liam Hemsworth.
Shut up. But like, in this film, he absolutely killed it. You could tell that he was just loving it to be in, Han again, to play Han who made him who he is today. And I knew that. So yeah, we're into spoilers. I pretty much knew that he was going to die.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can tell, like, he's 70 odd years old now. He can't do this forever.
No.
And I think they should do it while, they can, which they did, and it just hit my heartstring. Like, it was just an incredible scene, that one.
See, I was the opposite because I knew it was coming. Like, there was, as soon as, because you find out fairly early on that Kylo Ren is Han and Leia's son.
Snoke said.
That is an awkward reveal in the movie.
It is, yeah. It's just kind of dropped.
It's just kind of, because
Just
Snoke just
said.
goes,
But
your father Han Solo on
but-
the Millennium Falcon.
It could have been more like, but no, because the way they, sorry to interrupt, but like the way they reveal, if he just said like your father Han Solo and then just said it really casually, that would have been better for me. But the way he's like your father, and then he comes
leans
out of the
forward.
shadow and almost looks at the camera like, you ready for the big twist?
Yeah.
Han Solo. It's like, it was a bit like, fuck off,
Yeah.
big CGI hologram. Let's.
Yeah.
It just kind of, it was kind of.
But
a shit
everyone
reveal.
knew that anyway. Like, most people knew that one of the characters was going to be a child of someone.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't really that big. Like, everyone knew that, Rey was potentially going to be the daughter of Han and Leia, or Luke and someone
and
else,
whoever else.
which I personally think she is the daughter of Luke.
100%.
100%.
Definitely.
And then, Kylo could be the thing. Because I reckon Kylo and Rey are cousins, and that's why I think because it somewhat hints that he knows her in the film. It's like, it's you.
And I think that there's so many ties to family. I think that would be a nice thing to have, like, that they're actually family. Because weren't we talking, like, last week, or the week before, that George Lucas was like, yeah, Star Wars is all about family to me. And although George Lucas doesn't have anything to do with this now, I feel as though Star Wars is still very much about family, and they proved it in this. They've got Kylo Ren being the son of Han, like the main character. I can't see how Rey will not be
Luke's daughter.
I can't see it not.
Why does she have to be someone's daughter? I like the idea. There's a theory going around that she's Obi-Wan's daughter, which is kind of cool to me. So that he had.
She'd be so much older. She wouldn't he was think about it. This is 30 years after the original trilogy, and he was fucking 80 in the original.
He
trilogy.
would have had to fuck someone in A New Hope for her to be.
Yeah, and he
And
probably
she'd still
couldn't
be
get
too
it up.
old because this is 30 years after.
Aunt Peru. He had a crack at Aunt Peru before.
Yeah, no, that's just a stupid theory,
Outrageous.
Corey. Just give it up.
I don't know if she's Luke's, but Luke. Yeah, so you think Luke might have had a daughter, but isn't that is it against the Jedi code to have a lover?
It is. Yeah, that's why Anakin went to the dark. He was in love with.
That's the Jedi code. But what about now with Luke? Do you reckon Luke's like, well?
Oh, I think no. Well, in
Oh, Luke doesn't care because everyone's fucking dead. He's like, I'm creating my own motherfucker.
well, no, with
Get a root. Like, I don't
that
really
was
give a shit.
yeah, that was the order in the prequel trilogy, but in the original, I don't think there was anything
An
mentioned
order?
about it.
No. Well, if you think it, because they meant to, in the prequel, they really hammer home that Jedi are meant to be monks. Right?
Yeah.
Do you think Luke was just like, got out in episode 6 and he's like, right, so, my fucking father's dead, okay, my uncle and aunt are dead, like, I'm a real fucking tragic figure, a lot of my friends are dead, I've had a pretty shit life, I watched my father die in my arms, and you're telling me I can't have a fucking root, like, fuck off, I'll do what I want. And then he just fucks 1,000 women.
I think that I think they'll get
if
into
you were
it.
the hero of the rebellion.
Oh, I'm sure there's some women on not Alderaan, but there's some women on. Yeah, so maybe that would be nice if he had a daughter, but I'd kind of want his wife to be significant-ish.
Maz?
Ugh.
Nah, Mars wants that
No,
chewy
apparently-
dick.
That's a theory going around that fucking Mars and Luke got it on. That's
That's just a weird theory. That's just a fucked up theory.
why is Rey fully human? I don't know. Like,
There's not really that many significant women he could have been with. I'm sort of thinking. There's barely any.
not in the series as of yet.
I think they'll get into
Like,
that next. They will get into it because I
Ahsoka.
think that he potentially.
Fuck that.
Well, that might have been why he disappeared. Like, obviously they're looking for him, but like, no.
Oh,
like,
what? Like, she's like-
he had a kid.
I don't want to be
That would've
friends!
Like, obviously he's disappeared because like the Knights of Ren were hunting him down, but like it could also potentially be because he had a kid. So that's like the bit where she had a flashback. He left her on Jakku because they might not have known he had a kid. So if he took her with him, she would have been killed. So like he might have left her on Jakku with someone. I forgot. It was
Right at
something
the end,
I
we
think-
need to discuss potential theories because I read an absolute cracker of a theory.
This isn't that dad's
onto
theory
it.
about Kylo Ren, is it?
The dad's theory.
About Kylo Ren actually being possibly good?
Well, he's got good in him.
Yeah, well, there's theory. We'll discuss that later. That's an interesting
I
theory.
did see that.
That is a very.
You got okay. I need to say the thing I liked, the thing I didn't like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, thing I really, really fucking liked was Kylo Ren as a character, and I'll get into that later because I want to talk about individual
Some people
characters.
didn't like him. But
I don't get that.
Absolutely fucking
Which
loved him.
fucking triggered me.
Yeah.
James.
I really, I completely agree. Oh, can we just touch on one thing for a second? BB-8 is one of
Yeah,
the steals
I
of
really
the show.
like. He fucking kills
he
it. That's
absolutely
how you do
kills
a funny character.
Like, what's incredible about Star Wars is, even though R2, Chewie, BB-8, they aren't human, and they don't, like, obviously speak human, but you know exactly what they're saying.
Yeah,
Like, they have the emotions. Like, when the woman's like, oh, you know, you must be really brave, and Chewie's like, I'm like, agree. And when Ray says, no, you can't come with me, BB-8, he goes,
Yeah.
and you can, like, tell
It
he's
really
sad.
was
It's just
cinema. It
absolutely
was just
incredible.
like-
I loved
Oh.
it was a funny movie, and it was cute. Absolutely loved it.
That's what I also
so
liked. It's
Kylo
a
Ren,
funny
yeah.
movie. I liked Kylo Ren. I liked BB-8. Things I didn't like. There's two main things. Three main things. Too much fan service. For me.
Yeah.
When he's just like pulling old things out of the Falcon. Like he lights up the chessboard and then he like pulls out the old Jedi ball that Luke uses to
Yeah.
practice with in The New Hope. That was a bit like, alright, JJ, stop fucking having a wank on screen. Let's calm down. The lightsaber battles, whilst very
I love
satisfying, weren't the way they were shot kind of annoyed me. So I said this before. So the way Lucas filmed his lightsaber battles, even in the prequels, is he uses just a lot of long takes. So my favorite battle is Luke versus Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi. Particularly after Vader sort of gets Luke pissed off and Luke comes out as fucking firing, right? And it's just a singular shot that moves from left to right, following Luke and Vader as they fight, and it's so unchoreographed. And I think that's so fucking good because you don't need fancy edits and switches and close-up angles. It's fucking people hitting each other with laser swords. It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah, but
So-
that was JJ did shoot like that after the second time. Like, you told me that you didn't like the lightsaber battles, and then I saw it the second time at the Battle of Takanoda, is it? Takadata. It, like, when he's versing the fucking riot trooper. It is a wide shot, and it is incredibly looking good shot because it's got the X-wings flying over, and Finn and the stormtrooper are battling. It's a very wide shot.
Why do
Shows
they should have
and
shot
then
the
in
other
the
one like that.
snow, yeah, it was a bit close, but I loved it. I loved how it was rough. Like, it just...
It was
You know,
rough,
it
but
was
what took
rough.
away the roughness for me was it was like
Quick
a lot of
edits.
close-up angles and really quick edits that it didn't really work for me. Like it seemed like a really overly stylistic. It seemed like a something like one of those old like cinematic trailers for a Star Wars game, like the Old Republic. Like it was too kind of stylistic, kind of almost Kingsman style for me, like, which works for Kingsman, but I don't know, I just didn't like the quick edits. I prefer the singular takes of a lightsaber fight.
Ben's having a seizure.
he's very triggered. The actual grittiness where all the fucking trees are like chopping down around the lightsabers
was
is
sick.
fucking sick. Something else I didn't like, Star Killer Base, I thought was just fucking useless. I just didn't give a shit at all. I did not care. It was just, for all the practical effects in the movie, when you stick a big CGI hulking mess like Star Killer Base, like that, and it's like, oh, it's bigger than the Death Star. Oh, escalation. I don't really give a shit. I could not care less. I didn't. The whole time it's on Star Killer Base, I just wanted to go back to the lightsaber fight.
Yeah, I think one thing that really bothered me with that is they were in the Rebel base and they were like, oh, well, this is the Death Star and this is Star Killer Base.
That's right.
And it was like 4 times bigger. And they're like, how are we going to destroy it? And Han's like, oh, it's all good, I got a plan. And everyone's like, alright, fuck yeah, sweet, let's go. That pissed me off, something shocking. Because they were all just like, oh, yeah, fucking...
It felt
yeah.
tacked on.
It's so tacked on.
And so people are like, well, what? It's the same as the Death Star. It's not the same as the Death Star. The reason the Death Star works is the Death Star is, it's almost like not a character, but it's a major part of A New Hope. Think about it. The Death Star is what destroys Alderaan. So like, it's already, you fucking hate the Death Star because it's destroyed a whole entire fucking planet. That's such a powerful way to start off a film. And then it's like they inside the Death Star, so you know the Death Star really well. It's tried to kill them with the trash compactor, and this is like a place of absolute shitness for them. Like Obi-Wan has died there, Leia's been captured there. Like the Death Star is like, you're always thinking about the Death Star throughout the entire film. So when they eventually come back, I'm like, alright, let's go back and fucking destroy that thing. It's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. This thing is shit. Let's do it. Whereas this one, it's like, all these other threats, like, oh yeah, Kylo Ren's a threat, we got the First Order, and there's a space station. We should get rid of that space station. It's really like, we just didn't need it. It didn't do anything significant for me. Even like when they destroy the entire fucking system, it was just like, we've got to go bigger. I just didn't really care.
One thing that was good about that is that sweeping shot as they fire the laser from Starkiller Base. I thought that was a really good shot. You have the beam leaving the planet, and then you have it sweeping past Kylo, and then you see it in the sky, and like it's just one. It's not that obviously one long tracking shot because this motherfucker's traveling through star systems, but like I mean, they can't track that shit. But it's really cool, and it's like a 30 seconds.
It's a cool montage. I like it because you see Kylo Ren's face, and you don't know if he's happy about it or sad about it.
Yeah.
Because he's behind that mask. That's why the mask works so well. Because he's sort of just staring out, and there's a nice lens flare. Thanks, JJ. And and it's kind of like he's sort of just staring, and it doesn't tell you anything, but it sort of tells you everything. Like it sort of seems like he's probably thinking like, he knows that there's no going back now, but he's sort of just like, fuck. Like, he can almost seem just like, well, this is what I'm a part of. Like, this is... I would have Starkiller Base just for the scene where fucking Domhnall Gleeson, MVP, just fucking...
Bow to the First Order!
choose a whole fucking buffet of scenery on that stage. And he's like, they will bow to the First Order! He fucking... Look, oh, JJ's lost it.
He absolutely... He murdered that.
He absolutely relished it. I've never seen someone get so fucking involved in a film.
Oh, and then
Jesus Christ.
That scene made me cringe so
I loved it.
hard.
I loved that scene. That was
Holy
one of my favourite scenes because he's such a little... I loved... That's something that I feel like not enough people are talking about. General Hux is a character.
Yeah.
He is such a cunt. In such a good way. He's
such an insidious little prick.
See, Grand Moff Tarkin is like, in the original trilogy, is more just like very rational and very pragmatic and very like, I don't give a fuck. Whereas General Hux is like, oh, I've got to prove myself. No, even his first fight, what does he say to like when he says to Kylo Ren or something? When Kylo Ren's like, we've located the droid. He's like, good. Our units will be on their way shortly. It looks like really like, oh, awesome. He almost like looks fucking like autistic. Like, he's like,
wow, Jesus.
He's just a bit like,
dude.
Come on, man.
Sorry, not wrong word, but like
politically incorrect word.
He looks a bit like deranged. He's a bit like.
He looks the same fucking thing.
He looks like seriously. He looks like he's like gonna go send his troops on the ground, and then he's gonna go like touch a bunch of kids straight after. Like he has that sort of look. JJ standing.
He's Rolf Harris, like.
He literally, and that's why I love his character, is because it's like, who else would be in control of such an evil organization? Someone that's just fucking insane, and he's just a little fuckwit. That annoying kid that always raises their hand in class and asks the teacher if they had homework. He's that sort of. He's that sort of kid, and that's why I loved him. He's just, and even like the fact that Kylo Ren doesn't care. Like, Kylo Ren has his own motivations, and he wants to embrace the dark side. But then when they talk to Snoke, you can see that General Hux thinks it's all about like a shitty rivalry.
Yeah.
So there's a bit where like he gets something right, and then he just stares at Kylo Ren, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm the most valued member," and you can see Kylo Ren's like, "Okay, like I don't really care.
I really do not give a fuck."
And then, that's why I thought General Hux was such a perfect character, because that's what the First Order should be. It's like those snivelly, fucking annoying. He was kind of like Hans Landa style, like from Inglourious Bastards. Just that shit Nazi fuckwit that everyone just hates. So like,
yeah, exactly. That's something that I didn't really think of until now as well. Like how much of just a little
dick he is.
A dick, yeah. But he was a really well played character.
Yeah, you didn't really notice that.
Well, he's one of those classic characters that are like a little bit sort of small, and you don't really know who they are, but you kind of never forget them.
Yeah.
Because he's sort of
as you like were covering that 6 shot of the Starkiller Base.
Yeah.
One of my favourite shots in the entire film. It looked absolutely incredible. So obviously, Poe Dameron's known for being the best pilot in the galaxy. At the when it's like a panning shot of Poe's X-Wing and he takes about 6 TIE fighters down in one shot, and it's absolutely incredible, and goes, and Finn just goes, "Whoa, that's a damn pilot!"
Yeah, that was
such a sick shot, because it made you believe that he's so good, because he's just flying down, he shoots 5 down, and it just looks so simple. Yeah. It was such a good shot, because you actually believed that he was.
That was good, but in the middle of a battle, would someone really turn around and be like, "Woo! That's one hell of a pilot!" And then all the stormtroopers shooting him turn around and go like, "Oh yeah, you're not wrong."
It is a bit of an odd line, but it's just a sick shot.
Well, yeah, I relish it, and he looks like he's having fun. That's what's classic though. He looks like the whole fucking time he just knows he's not gonna die, and he's just having the fucking best time ever the whole time. He's like, "Yeah, awesome, fucking shredding. Look at me." Like he's just.
So should we get into speculation?
We all liked Ren. Could we just?
We
liked his character. He was what Hayden Christensen as Anakin should have been.
Yep.
Not Hayden's fault. Lucas's fault. Let's just go random things. Vehicles. What are your thoughts on vehicles?
Rey's speeder was pretty nifty.
Yeah, I liked it.
Sorry, vehicles for me is like a really important part of Star Wars. As Ben and I really, and JJ as well, we really love getting like Star Wars Lego.
Yep.
And talking to women. But also
like generally at the same time.
So the vehicles for me is like a really important part of Star Wars. I thought some of them were a bit, because I don't know, like I like most of them. Some of the First Order stuff was a bit boring, but like Starkiller Base, I guess that would be a vehicle. That was kind of a bit like
I really liked the vehicles. Like the
Kylo Ren
X-Wings, obviously, the X-Wings looked, more upgraded, but old school at the same time.
Something that I feel like such a fucking moron. Something that I never actually even noticed with the X-Wings is when their wings go to the X. It's like
you didn't notice that till Poe's in the.
Yeah, I never even
has the shot of it.
Yeah, and when it's straight and then it goes to the X. I never even thought about that. I was just like, "Yep, it's an X-wing." Oh, Ben's having a second seizure for the day.
Lock S falls in attack position. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I know.
And you hope I'm doing this in the hands. That's so they can. I don't know what the strategy is of that. But
I mean, it looks cool.
It looks.
That was something as well.
I really liked it. Like Rey's speeder was sick. I really liked
I just relished Kylo Ren's shuttle. I thought that was fucking
I really
awesome.
liked that. The First Order transporter.
What's the deal with that? The Kylo's shuttle is one of the Imperial shuttles, just kind of
It's like an updated shuttle.
Yeah,
I thought it looked sick because it's so black and the noise it makes that weird it's like that weird dark as fuck.
Threatening.
That scene where it's coming around, escorted by those
in Jakku
weird boat transporters.
The First Order transporter, they were weird. Like they were only in the film for a little bit.
They were the little the boats that you see on D-Day.
Yeah, they were very impressive.
And then Ryan on the beaches.
Yeah, that's exactly because it's obviously the First Order is somewhat tying to Nazis, and that was obviously they made them look like that, but that's sort of what they were trying to be. But they obviously can fly.
It's funny,
science fiction, science fantasy, JJ. Fuck.
Those sort of people we hate on YouTube. It's funny. I thought Disney, loving money the way they do, would have just jammed so many more vehicles into it. But they didn't really, did they? I thought they would have put back Y-Wings.
It's all about the characters
Y-Wings and A-Wings and B-Wings.
It's all about
all that sort of shit. Maybe JJ was like, no, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Because there weren't that many. There was that one bit where there was no reason, but they went out into the snow and you just saw a 10-second shot of a snow speeder that had no role in the film.
Yeah.
Just they can make now they can make the Lego set and then they can make the. But apart from that, I thought everything was really. I just wanted to see more of everything. I wanted to see what all the vehicles, how they fight. I wanted to see more of the Falcon in action. I wanted to see everything. Do we think the Falcon had a big enough role in the film?
Yeah.
I did.
Alright, we'll see.
I really liked its role.
I really liked it, but I'm kind of expecting it to be destroyed in the next one. I was and I'm also expecting Leia to die as well, because I think there was. I can't remember what film, series it was, but it was a rebooted thing, but they had ties to the original and they killed off all the original cast. So that's why I liked how Han died, because you don't want to introduce this new cast and want them to be significant if you've still got the old cast around.
Yeah,
because people are still going to have these emotional ties to all the old characters, which is why I really liked that they killed Han off. Because now it's Han's not there. Chewie's still there, Leia's still there, but Leia in this one was...
And Luke will be huge in the next.
Yeah, Leia was really still just a supporting role in this one. Like, I mean, she had a bigger part in the original trilogy, much bigger.
She looks better, I think. I found her smoker's voice quite distracting. Carrie Fisher's. I fucking relish Carrie Fisher.
I love
There was
Carrie
a lot of
Fisher.
like, oh, Han. Like, it was different
Yeah.
to
Find our son.
what we're used to. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like that weird, like, oh, mom. Like, it was very, but,
She played it very well.
she still looks beautiful in a weird way as well. Like, not conventionally, but as like, she still looks like a princess in a funny way.
She's a general
Yeah.
now, Corey.
She's a general. Yes, I'm so
but
sorry.
yeah.
Well, how about acting? Should we just go to acting?
Oh, performances were great.
Great.
All round?
Yeah.
All round great?
All around great.
I
reckon.
yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac killed it. John Boyega killed it. Daisy Ridley stole the show for me.
Stole the show.
For a first performance.
Adam Driver was incredible
wicked.
at Kylo. And
yeah.
Harrison as well, performances all round.
Harrison,
that was
like you said, Harrison just looked like he relished this
yeah.
performance. He
Yeah.
loved it.
He
So
was the
that's what-
standout for me. Harrison Ford, like he didn't, and a lot of people saying this, but he wasn't Harrison Ford, old grumbly. He was Han Solo. Like he was back into that character. Some of his actions, like the way he says that line where, what does Finn say? Like, and he's all like wide-eyed. He's like, "We use the Force," and he's just like,
He's like,
"That's not how the Force works."
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
idiot. Like it was just that was fucking incredible.
one bit as well when he's like, like obviously they don't know Finn's an actual stormtrooper, and Han's just like, women find out. They always find out, kid. Like you can just tell, like that's just something Han would say, and he it's just he killed it. But Daisy Ridley stole the show for me. But yeah, performances all around, like it was. That's a thing. Like if you watch the first, like the prequel trilogy, the performances aren't great.
No.
The original trilogy, they aren't that. Like Luke's a bit of an average actor. He's a whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
But like their performances aren't that great in the original either. But the performances in this one was like actually incredible. Like they were genuinely like incredible performances.
And that's what the prequels are missing was a character like Han Solo. Because you need someone. It's such a ridiculous premise that you kind of need someone like this is fucking weird. Like or like this is stupid. And he did that perfectly.
Yeah.
I know you didn't like the line when they're talking about Starkiller Base and everyone's like, it's this big and he's like, yeah. So let's blow it up. Like he's just very like
yeah. In that kind of light, it's different. But I just think it was like
Bit of an odd.
a bit of a nod, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Should we get so we're pretty much done for that. But did you want to quickly cover your speculations that you
Let's
two wanted
just
to talk
finish it
about?
off. That film is fucking incredible.
Overall, loved it.
It's just
Overall,
incredible.
yeah.
It's
It's a
everything and more.
It's a film I'd watch over and over and over
Yeah,
and again.
I know we were all a lot scared coming up to it.
very scared.
Very, very scared. But the more and more we saw, the more it convinced us it was going to be good. But simultaneously, it made us shit ourselves a little bit more every time.
Yeah, like I did say that as well. Like I'm like after everything I've seen, I don't think it can be bad. Like I genuinely think it'll be incredible from all the trailers and TV spots. But that made me more scared because it was just more on the line for me.
Yeah.
I was scared that it was just going to be just a movie, but it wasn't just a movie.
It wasn't. So it was
Star Wars.
So like, I think I didn't walk out of it having my mind blown. It wasn't like a film that you walk out and you go, "Whoa, that was fucking incredible." But it was incredible. It was incredibly well made Star Wars film.
Mm-hmm.
It was everything you wanted from a Star Wars film, plus a little.
Yeah, it was great.
yeah.
It was fantastic.
So
Speculation.
did you two quickly?
What do we
I
think
haven't
of?
read on many
Okay. So the one I was thinking of, now tell me if it's the one you're thinking of, is that Rey is Luke's daughter, but Kylo is also good. Like he's secretly good the whole time, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
yeah.
about. So it's a theory that Kylo Ren is meant to get rid of the First Order, but the only way you can do that is by infiltrating the First Order, and then
I haven't read this one. Okay.
being trained by Snoke, and then being at his level, and then being able to defeat.
I haven't read
Supreme
that one.
Leader Snoke.
Okay, that's interesting.
And
So
then the
like,
reason he killed Han, but
was
the way he
to
says it is
make
like,
believable.
I need you to help me do this. It's like they're very much, Han's like, I can help you, I'll do anything. And they both sort of know that this is what he has to do in order to convince his father that he can't see the light.
Well, even watching the movie, that's how I saw it. Like he says, I'll do anything. And you know, like Han knows that he's going to kill him. He knows it. And that's very much how I saw that bit of dialogue anyway. like regardless.
That's
of the
interesting. Yeah, I can sort of see.
But
Like,
then,
that's a very
why would he
believable-
pray to Darth Vader saying he can feel the light?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's
I don't know.
believable, but yeah, there's bits like leading, sort of hinting at that. But there's also bits that just like,
But
nah,
I
wouldn't
think
happen.
the theory that it didn't go that far. It was just that like they're all after the last Force user or some shit.
Luke.
Yeah, but it's actually Rey, and then Kylo protects Rey. I don't know. It's this weird, like everything Kylo does is to actually protect Rey in a way.
Right.
Yeah, which kind of makes him trying to kill her a bit weird.
Yeah, but
yeah.
all these theories are always like, yeah, but nah. Like,
It's
they're
like,
always like-
it's like the one that Finn's Mace Windu's son, and it's like, nah,
but,
like
a bit of a
really, you're
racist
only saying
theory,
that
yeah.
because
Yeah,
they're
bit of-
black.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's a racist.
it's like because he's
fucking
holding a
theory.
lightsaber in the trailer, and he's black, and he's the first black
Character that we've seen.
character that we've seen apart from Mace Windu, but
Lando.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
god damn it,
And-
what the
yeah.
fuck?
no,
No,
but yeah,
isn't Lando
it's like
Mace Windu's son? Like, isn't that how that works?
No,
No.
stop with these racist bloodline theories. There's
yeah,
more.
no, it's because Finn's holding a lightsaber. It must mean he's tied to Mace Windu. It's like, yeah, nah, like it's just
Mace
nah.
Windu, I genuinely don't see Mace Windu as a character in the slightest because
Oh, wow.
no, not like that. Like just the whole reason they had Mace Windu was George Lucas was like I guess
We need a huge actor.
we need to connect to the urban market. Who's the most popular actor with the urban market, which
With
is
the urban market.
which is their word for like the coloured market, and they're like, we'll use
Which is
Samuel
so-
L. Jackson, but they didn't even give him a fucking character.
Yeah.
They just made him so fucking boring.
It's fair that you touch on that because that's like exactly what like Fast and Furious franchise does. They have like The Rock, then they have Vin Diesel, the American, then they have Ludacris and Tyrese, and then the Japanese guy, and
Don't you
exactly
dare.
what they do, and they make a lot of
Don't
money.
you dare
Bag the
blaspheme
Rock in front of me.
on Bag the Rock.
Don't you dare bag the I
Yeah,
love the
don't
Rock.
fucking
you
love
ever
The
say a bad word about the Rock. Dwayne
Yeah.
Johnson is the people's champion, and you will fucking remember that.
Alright,
other than that,
Dwayne
so I think
Johnson,
that's-
if you're listening to this,
We love you.
we love you.
But yeah, like I think that's about it for this.
That's about it, yeah.
We've covered all that we wanted
Overall,
to say.
I'm gonna keep seeing this movie. I can't
Yeah.
fucking wait for Rogue One. I can't.
Oh my god!
It's only next year as well.
Rogue
yeah.
One's gonna be like a gritty fucking war movie as well. I want a Boba Fett anthology film now.
They are making one.
I really
They
want.
are.
Was it Star Wars? Was it 1717? It was
the
like
game
one of
about Boba. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy hinted that that's still being made.
the, still
yeah.
being made. Yeah.
But because the things like so Rogue One, then Episode 8, then
Episode 8's
then
May. Isn't
Han
it?
Solo?
it's not made. It's being like
No,
filmed.
May.
Oh yeah, it's like May, so it's like
Yeah,
a little
so
gap between
delicious.
Rogue One and May. Then Han Solo, then Episode 9, and then Boba Fett apparently is being confirmed for an anthology film.
I'd relish Boba Fett. Would it be him getting out of the Sarlacc or him rising to?
Oh, better be him getting out of the Sarlacc. Like the first scene is the camera pan over the Sarlacc, and then you see like this kind of mutilated hand go like ding, and then it's like dun, 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 oh.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
great fan made trailer. I don't know if you've seen it for like a Boba Fett thing, and it's just him just fucking it's just him just bashing the shit out of the Sarlacc on his way out, and then he just fucking walks out, gets back in his slave one, and drives off. I'd kind of like to see actually in between Boba Fett at the end of Episode 2.
Yeah, how he got there.
Him like kind of like this underground thing, like him rising in the ranks and just fucking brutalizing people and like.
That'd be cool. Kind of like you wouldn't expect it. Like we'd all be expecting this kind of family friendly, and then it's kind of like the Daredevil to the MCU.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. Like it's a really brutal film that you just wouldn't see coming for Star Wars.
It should just
I'd
be
like
him
that.
trying to kill someone, but the person he's trying to kill, I think it would work for me if the person who's trying to kill was an asshole, and you kind of wanted him to kill that person.
Yeah, but at the same time, he goes around like absolutely like just murdering a fuckload of people.
But
in
Boba
his
Fett
mission.
doesn't kill unless he has to. That's the whole point. He doesn't because he can't be fucked. From what I can see, he's just like always like, oh yeah, I need to help him solo for my money. So yeah, do
Yeah.
that. Like he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
He's not like a bloodthirsty kind of guy.
Oh, that'd be fun though, wouldn't it? That'd be fun for a film.
Ah, for a kids film.
Like,
I don't know. I sort of like more the idea that he has to kill this guy for bounty, but then he sort of gets this guy's an absolute asshole of a guy, and he's part of him is like, I also just want to kill this guy because he's a fuckwit.
Yeah.
And then
I'm a little scared. Oh fuck.
will he be like, I also want to hit this guy because
Oh come on, Dad.
Dad, get him.
I'm a little worried about the Han Solo anthology film.
I want.
For me, it solely depends on the casting.
Yep.
It's like that. There's no doubt after that seeing that. There's no doubt in my mind that these films will probably be good because like the who they have behind it, etc. They obviously care about the franchise.
Yeah.
And I just know that they'll be good. It just solely depends on the casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a few actors I want to play. Can I just go there? Because everyone's saying Liam Hemsworth at the moment.
No.
No, he has no charisma. He has no charisma for him. Yeah.
Well, we could go through.
We could
all
go
the
through
actors
as many
on
people as
my hand,
possible. We'll
No
end
one.
it there.
Yeah, we'll end it there. Right, leave it there.
We'll
all right, well,
end it
see
at-
this film.
See the film.
We've got a few more episodes coming out. We're going to be chatting about some new films coming out this week, and then we're going to be doing our top 10 of the year as well. So get around that. That should be fun, and we'll see you next time.
Catches.